right, boardwalkers. We're at day 19 of the 100 Days Bird Challenge. And our bird today is going to be an Okinawa Robin. This is one of the islands off of Japan, is where Okinawa is. I'm going to be dipping into some light Payne's Gray, which is a really watery Payne's Gray. And we're going to go in right here under this breast. Now the Payne's Gray is our mix of ultramarine blue and our burnt sienna. And this is that color that I've been using all week. Or all the whole challenge, I should say. I keep saying all week, but it's been longer than a week. Seeing that we're on day 19. And then I'm going to go into a really darker, thicker consistency of our Payne's Gray. And I'm going to go in on this head and this wing part. Oops, nope. I've made a mess. I dipped into the, painted down on the wrong section. Let's see if we can wet this real quick and dip it up real quick. I just went where our rusty brown part of our paint should be. I went the wrong direction. Let me see about getting some more clean water on my brush and see if we can scrub this out a little bit more. Now, Payne's Gray is usually a staining color. So we're going to have a little bit of a stain on here, but we're not going to panic because we can get this. We can fix it. All right, let me go in with this thicker, darker Payne's Gray. I forgot where I was headed on my bird. Now, my thicker, darker gray is supposed to be under the neck and the chin and the chest. And right around this eye. And part of the eye. So, let's try this one more time. There we are. That's much better. All right. Now, let's take this little bit right here that's feathering, and we'll bring it out to where our light Payne's Gray is, and see if we can blend that out a little bit more. Now, I want to take a little bit of my burnt sienna, and I just want to hit a few spots here, because this belly of the bird kind of has some gray and some speckled bits of the brown, like the top of the head. And now we're going to go in with my orangey red mixture, which is our sandal red and our cadmium yellow. And I'm going to put in a light watery color here. We'll be able to go over this Payne's Gray a little bit. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. It'll help with the brown undertones in here. We're going to pick up a little bit more of that burnt sienna and drop that in. we're fine on that. Do another little wash of color in here. Let's see if we can drop that in. Now we're still at 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So my paint is drying a little bit faster. I'm going to dry my brush, clean my brush, and I want to go in with just a hair darker, thicker consistency for this beak. And I'm going to leave just a little bit of that white because we want that separation. And then we're going to go in and do our eye. And we're going to leave just a hair bit of the eye. And I didn't wait long enough for that to blend out, but that's okay. We're going to just go in and tap at it, blend it out, and then we're going to go in and get us some more of our orange mixture and drop that in. And I've got a hair, cat hair, on my brush. Okay, now we've got that in. I need to make a little bit thicker, so I'm going to go in with my ultramarine and a little bit more of my burnt sienna and see if I can make a darker, thicker consistency to darken up this underbelly here. And let's not go too far to the edge so we can keep that feathery texture right about here. It's okay if we have the feathery texture, I just don't want it to go into black, into the red. But if it feathers out enough, it'll give us a nice texture. All right, that's looking a lot better now. Now, let's get in here with our tree and let this dry a little bit. We're going to take some of that wet, and I got another hair on there. Goodness. All right, let's take some of this wet gray and run it down our tree here. Run it down this tree in between these legs. Let's see if we can get that in there. Take that up. Take a little bit into the feet here. And it's okay if we get part of our bird. We can just run it in there. Because we're going to go in with some of our burnt sienna and drop that in. And that will just cover that up on our bird. Now, let's see if I can get just barely in here where these claws are and talons. And we're going to hopefully let that dry a little bit. While it's drying, let's get some of our not our Payne's gray, some of our sap green. And let's see if we can get in here with some green leaves. Just a little bit of our green leaves. Bring that out. All right. need to go in with another thicker bit of paint and see if we can drop in these talons. Just barely drop those in. I want those really fine. And this leg into this talon here. And let's see if we can darken up this face just a little bit more with this beak. There we go. And we're going to try and go in with just a hair bit of white. Let's see if I can pull this off. Get a thick dot of white on my fan, on my brush, and drop that in without it being too bad. And there we go. We have our Okinawa Robin. And if you noticed, all these robins we're doing this week are looking like the same bird with just little differences. Tomorrow's bird, I think you guys are really going to love, especially folks who enjoy the color quinacridone pink or primary magenta or quinacridone magenta. I'm giving you a little heads up on what we're going to be doing tomorrow with our bird. I hope you're enjoying these birds, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Goodbye for now.